What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I am stoked. We are up another 28 subscribers from our last video. Anyone new to the channel, my name is Darth Thrifter. I am a part-time reseller on eBay and a part-time YouTuber on YouTube. So today, I'm going to give you my decision on what I'm doing with promoted listings. Anyone new joining the channel, I'm 30 days plus now turning off my promoted listings. Sales were really bad, then sales were really good. So I'm going to let you know what I'm going to do. Also, I'm going to show you the one weapon you have if you are to not promote your listings. It's the only tool that has somewhat of a proven track record to generate views, impressions, and sales, albeit not as great as it used to. But trust me, when you're not promoting, this tool, this method will help you out immensely. It will save your sanity on some days too. And once you get used to doing it, I think you're going to realize why it works, how it works, that kind of stuff. So without further ado, let's head into the video. We're going to get into the chart of sales to see how we're doing. All right, guys, as you can see, I got it up now. Today, we're sitting at 0 sales. I didn't do a reset yet today, so that would explain why the sales are not happening at the moment. I had I think 2 lowball offers today, which I responded back with an offer, and they declined. They wanted, I believe, $45 off the item, which is not going to happen. I'm not on Skid Row yet. But 0 sales today. The last 7 days, we are at $590.98. So a really, really great 7-day total. If any one of you have been following my channel, you saw that I sold a $300 pair of shoes that in the past I've had promoted, on sale, up and down, all around, and I could not get any traction on it. Turns out all I had to do is stop promoting and sold. Now, that probably isn't why they sold, but I'm very happy that they did. And when they sell non-promoted, eBay gets less of my money, and I'm happy about that. If you look at the last 31 days, we are sitting at $1,729.65, which is a great 31-day total. The last 90 days, we are still hovering around that 5,000 mark. $5,382.60. And so far this year, we have now crossed over the $5,000 mark for total sales. We're at $5,159.84. So freaking awesome, dude. For anyone that is interested, you can see my traffic. My listing impressions are at 925,070. Click-through rate is at a measly 0.6. That's actually up by 0.3. That's kind of hard to believe, but we're making sales. That's all that matters. And then listing page views is up 1.7% to 5,681. And sales conversion rate, even though we are selling more and making those sales, it is down by 0.1 compared to the previous time period. So when I left you guys last video, I was really uncertain what I really wanted to do. And to be honest, making that video and looking at numbers, all that stuff, I was really, really convincing myself that I should throw promoted listings back on. But I waited, saw what happened, and sales, well, they just kept coming. And I now have my 2 best weeks in a row this year so far, and they're both unpromoted. It could be a number of things, but if is helpful, why would I be in a rush to jump back into promoted listings? I know there's taxes going around, which is great. People getting tax returns. I'm not getting a tax return, so I'm not on eBay spending any money. But there are other people that are. But what I'm saying is, if I'm getting sales, albeit not exactly where I fully want to be yet, there is absolutely no reason to turn promoted listings back on. I am done, at least for the foreseeable future, with promoted listings. I'm going to head on in to April. We're going to go all the way through April. No promotions again. I know there's people out there that have been telling me you have to promote. They would watch my video and tell me, yeah, you have to promote. And I don't. I think I've proven that you don't have to promote. But at the same time, yeah, I might be leaving some money on the table, but I'm making more than enough to sustain what I'm trying to do with eBay in my life. Best part-time job anyone could ever ask for. Is it still viable in 2024? You bet. Do you have to promote? No. Should you promote? I don't know. That's up to you. That's your decision. All my videos ever are my journey, what I did, what I didn't do. Things I'm trying might help you. Things I try might not help you. But it's my journey. All right. Well, let's get into it. I'm going to show you guys how, one, to do the full store reset, and two, how I've tweaked it based on recommendations from some of my viewers. I do think the tweaking of the store reset has actually helped immensely. Will we ever know how much it actually helped, or if it actually did help? No, but you kind of get a feel for things of how they were working versus how they are working. And that's why people can tell usually when their sales don't feel right. You might go, man, this week sucked. I feel like everything is off. And it's not your store. It's not your items. Things happen on eBay. Lots of things go bump in the night. Don't ever let anyone tell you that your items suck or you just are a horrible reseller. eBay is not quite what it was, but it's still something, and it is a viable source of income. How much of that income? It could be very dependent on a lot of things. All right, guys. So now on to the store reset and how I do it. You got to go to your seller hub. You can do it from your phone. You can do it from your desktop. It's just much easier to do from your desktop. So you want to make sure you're on your seller hub and go over and click listings. This will take you right to the first page of all your active listings. Here, it's very important to look at a couple of things. So before you do this, one, you want to make sure you have enough free listings available. If you do not and you go over your listings, you will be charged, I forgot how much per listing by eBay. That was the main reason I upgraded my store. Because with the basic store, I was only getting 1,000 free listings, and that led me to be able to do this twice before it was over. Now I have the upgraded store, the $60 a month store. I have 10,000 free listings, and I can do this all month long, any day I want to, without even worrying. It will also be dependent on your store size, how many you can do, and how easy it is. As you see, I only have 376 listings, so my store resets can happen pretty quickly without much thinking involved at all. But on this page, you do want to look at the active listings. Keep an eye on that number just so you know what you're starting with versus what you end with, just in case there's anything that happens. It would be very rare unless you mess something up. But here we go. So 376 active listings. What I want to do quickly before I do anything is I want to make sure there's nothing in my unsold listings. So if you go here 0. If you happen to go here and you notice you have unsold listings in here, what you're going to want to do is click the action button and get rid of anything in here that you're not going to use. Actually, everything if you're going to do the store reset, because it's going to mess with everything if you don't. If you have anything here, you go over your actions and delete those listings. I've already deleted those, so we can just jump right into it, but I'll show you how to delete them after we do one of the resets here. All right, so since we've clarified there's no unsolds in our unsold listings, we're going to head back to active. And then from active, once again, just take a note, 376, we're good there. I used to be really concerned making sure I got the right order of stuff. I'd come over here and I would click start date twice to make sure I got the oldest listings first, blah, blah, blah. But I came to realize that it's already set up in that order. And then when you relist the new listings, it does it again for you. So you never have to worry about the proper order of which one was started first or last or whatever you want to call it. So one really big key thing here too is we are not deleting listings from the active listing page. There is no deleting going on this page. There's no relisting. We are going to end our listings. So watch carefully. So you can do 200 at a time, and that's all you want to do at a time. Take it slow, make it slow and steady wins the race, less likely to make mistakes. It's possible to delete things if you just try to go too quickly. There's no need to do that. You're going to give yourself a huge headache if you do. So we're going to select the first 200. 200 are selected, and we come over here. We're not heading sell similar. We're not selling it faster. We're not editing. We're going to actions. And then from the actions button here, we just go right down here, boom, end listings. It brings you to this screen, which then will just say, are you sure you want to end these 200 listings? It seems scary. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to end all my listings. I spent so much time putting them up. But they're not going away. They're just going to go right to your unsold. So we're going to go over here. We're going to hit end listing. And booyah. There we go. So now we're on our active listings page. As you see, we are now minus 200 of our 376 listings. Exactly where we want to be. So now, from this page, we're going to just jump right back over to the unsold listings. As you see now, we now have a full 200 new unsold listings that we just ended on our active pages. It's very simple, but like I said, just take your time to make sure you're doing correct. If you go extra slow, it doesn't matter. There's no time, there's no race, there's no time that you have to get this done. So from this one now, these are the ones we just ended. So you want to go to the action here. Now from here, don't hit relist. The reason you don't hit relist is because it will basically put the same exact listing right back to where it was. The algorithm will look at it as if you did nothing. It will just put it back, sight unseen. We don't want to relist as a fixed price. That's nothing we care about. We don't want to go into the action button either here. We just leave that alone. What we're going to do now, because we're on the unsold screen, is hit sell similar. This will bring you to a sell similar screen. This is where all the magic happens. So from this screen, you can do one of two things. So the old store reset model would be, once you got to this screen, you head on down to the submit all and you send it on through and you're done. Now you can still do that, but it seems to have less effect than it used to have in the past. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying the new model, which I have taken some the comments on my channel about changing the prices of all your listings by a very small percentage actually, works great with the algorithm, because the algorithm seems to look for specific changes to your listings. If you don't change anything, while it might still push it, it kind of gets bored of your listings. It starts saying, oh, this is the same thing, regurgitate it over and over again. But when you change a price, even if it's by a penny here or there, in the algorithm's eyes, something's new, something's different. Let's push this to the top, and we'll see what happens. So, like I said, while you can just submit them right now, it will end sell similar, and they will be pushed out there again. It will still probably do something for you. I'm going to show you how you do the bulk price edit, which is what I've been using recently, which is what I believe has led to some of my sales. I'm not going to try something different if, it's like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. So right now I'm not fixing anything. I'm just going with what works. So in order to do the bulk edit now, Chat GPT, go away. All right. In order to do the bulk edit, you have to actually select your 200 listings. You want to update all of them. You don't want to sit there and each individual price unless you're really that into that and want to spend all night long adjusting every single price by itself. Now we're going to go up here, the bulk edit, and we're going to do the bulk edit buy it now price. Now, if you are someone that only does auctions or even has some of your listings partial auctions, this is not for you. This is for buy it now and buy it now only. Do not try this if you have auctions. Okay, so when you get to here, it brings it up to the buy it now price. And this is where you can change all your listings that you have clicked, which we have clicked all 200 eligible listings. What we want to do, you can do it. You can increase it, you can lower it, you can do whatever you want. But we're not going to do a lot because we just want a very small change, because we don't really want to change our price too much, because that's what sales are for. That's what us sending offers are for. So I'm going to lower it because I've done this multiple times, but I'm going to lower it this time. So we're going to hit that. That brings you to lower by percentage. You could change it if you wanted to and do it by a dollar amount, but that would really screw with things. Percentage is easy. You can just put a single percentage in there and call it a day. Now here you might go, well, I don't want to do 1, 2, 3, or 4%. You don't have to. You can do a point of a percent. So we're going to do let's do 0.13 of a percent, and then we're going to lower it by that and apply. All right, so then that brings you back to this screen. Our updated prices are there. You're going to see all kinds of wonky prices start to happen on your store. And by wonky, I mean you're going to have like this one, $19.07, $25.11. To us, that might look weird, but to an algorithm, that could be all the difference in the world if your item gets pushed or not pushed, visible or not visible. All right, so then once we've done this, we're at sell similar screen. All we got to do now, head on down here and submit all. And sometimes you're going to get errors. Before I do this, I just want to tell you this. You're going to get errors on this screen from time to time. Don't let that scare you. A lot of times it's just a glitch that actually has no effect on anything. For instance, I just did this not too long ago, and it said that there's problems with my shipping or my return policies, I believe, for international shipping on 5 of my listings. I think after looking at it, they were perfectly fine. I submitted it. It gave me another error. I submitted it again, and it went through perfectly fine. If it gives you an error and it says one of your listings didn't go through, it's going to say fix it, and then you fix it, submit it again, and it goes through fine. I've never ran into a problem where any of my listings just vanished on their own because of a glitch. The only time I ran into a problem when I lost some listings is when I tried to go too fast and ended up losing about 30 of my listings because I don't know which ones I had, and I ended up deleting 30 of them that I should have relisted. Not the end of the world, but it sucked. All right, so then we go over here, submit all 200. It's going to say, boom, are you sure? Review the fees. And this can be a scary screen too. If you have all free listings available to do the reset, you won't get charged any fees. That's why it's important to look at your listings to make sure you have plenty of free stuff to go through. I don't know 100%. Say if I only had 100 free listings, if the insertion fee would be 100% correct, if it would let me know. But we don't want any surprises. So you don't want to pay eBay all of a sudden for 200 of your listings that, because you were doing this too many times. But make sure you're diligent in checking that before you do the store reset. All right. So then we're going to go down here and we're going to hit submit. It's going to go through all the way to 200. Boom, confirmation. 200 listings are now live. So now what we want to do is hit done. And it's going to take us back to the unsolds. And the 200 that we just did are still in the unsolds. We want to leave those there right now. The reason we leave them there is just in case something happens, something wonky, where it just didn't go through. We don't want to lose these listings, so we're going to leave them there for now. Now we're going to go back to the active listings and double check our total again. So we started with 376 before we did this. We just did the sell similar on the last 200, and we're back up to 376 again. Voila, we are done. Well, at least with the 200. We could do it again to finish the rest of the store, but I'm not going to do that. Once you're positive that these listings are now back active, what I like to do is go back to the unsolds and select this, actions, and now is the only time you want to delete these. When you're certain they are now sold similar and back as active. So you go select all actions, then you go over here to actions, and then we say bye-bye. And that's only on the unsold screen, and it's only after we are certain. Goodbye. All right. So the other thing I'll add here is if you are doing promoted listings and you want to bulk edit those, maybe just change the promoted rate on some of those, you can do that also from that screen. You can do all of them at the same time. If you want to stop promoting, you would need to do that also. So what I do, I end the listings. I would go to sell similar, and then from the bulk screen, you can bulk out, what you want to do for promotion. Just like changing the promoted rate, you can stop all promoted listings also from that screen. And the reason, if you do want to stop promoting your listings, you have to do the store reset, because if you just go through and you shut them off manually, even in just a bulk edit, if someone has already clicked on that ad, within the next 30 days, they decide to purchase it, it will be a promoted sale. The store reset stops that line right there. There's no more chain from the click, and it is now a new listing, unpromoted, non-promoted, whatever you want to call it. All right, guys, so that was my, I guess, quick tutorial. It was a little long, but hopefully you get the gist of it. If you guys have any questions about what we went over in this video that just seemed a little unsure of, leave a comment down below. Ask me a question. I'll try to tell you how I do it the best. Like I said, this is how I do it. Do I suggest you do it? That's up to you to decide. I'm just showing you what I do on my store, what I feel actually helps me get some sales. Take your time when you're doing it. Make sure you don't make any errors. It's very simple to do, but if you start getting a little ahead of yourself, thinking you're a little bit better at it than you actually are, you're going to make a mistake and you're going to be screaming at one point. If you guys are still watching this video and find it helpful, entertaining, anything, make sure you're liking, subscribing, hit the bell notification if you want everything to know what I'm doing, whether it's a community post, a short, a video, anything. Hit that bell notification. I think that takes care of your subscription also, if you hit, everything. But I want to really thank you guys again for all the support you guys have been given to me. Up to 613 subscribers now. We're getting closer and closer to that goal. We're up to almost 2,100 watch hours also, which is also getting to that next goal too. So I thank you guys for putting in all that support for this channel. Hopefully, like I said, you find this entertaining, you find it useful, and you enjoy coming back and watching me blab for 20, 30 minutes about eBay. But like all good things, it must come to an end. Until next time.
I can't hold it any longer. I can't. I'm too weak. Help me! I can't hold on any longer.
I am going to end this once and for all.
I'm too weak. Oh, don't kill me, please. Please don't.